looky there. Room to spare when I left my seat exactly where I was sitting. That's impressive. That is one of the benefits of getting an EV, because they can stretch the wheelbase and give you all the interior space that you need in a package exterior-wise that is much smaller than a massive vehicle. Hey Gearheads, and welcome to Garage Talk. I'm Corey.
I'm Holly.
Back there's Tucker.
Yep, that's me.
And we are in a Honda EV that is manufactured by Chevrolet, which is not a bad thing. And in this video, we'll tell you how this big 2024 Honda Prologue EV fits our family of three. Stay tuned. Okay, Holly, we have had this Prologue EV for a week now. I rather like it, but this one isn't about me, it's about you. We'll start outside. What are your thoughts of the style of this big SUV EV?
Yeah, I like it. It's a little boxy for me. There are a few curves. I don't love this color.
I do.
Don't roll your eyes at me. There are some really pretty colors.
Yes. This is Pacific Blue. There's North Shore Blue. That is
way
their signature color. I'm not heartbroken because I love blue, but I was sad that we didn't get the North Shore Blue, but yeah, Pacific Blue is fine by me.
One thing that I really do like is the black accents. The top is black, the windows are black, there's some black accents along the bottom. So I really do like that to break up a little bit more of the boxy style and make it a little more interesting than just one color all the way around. Boring.
I alluded to it in the intro. This kind of has to bridge the gap because this is what is called a badge engineered vehicle. It was a vehicle designed by Chevrolet initially, and then Honda partnered with Chevrolet, and Honda was able to put their coat of paint on it and some other technical things we'll get into. But Honda had to work within the confines of what GM had already engineered and produced. So there's some compromises I'm sure we'll talk about here in a little bit, but I think they have kept fairly true to brand styling. Okay. And they've also done some fun things like the script Honda on the back there. That is something new for Honda, and it's a new font, but I don't know, kind of cool. Like you said, keeping it interesting.
Yeah, how does this one compare to the Pilot?
The Pilot, it is...
Which the Pilot is a three-row.
Three-row, crossover-based, front-wheel drive, gasoline, V6, kind of different, but I'd say overall footprint is close. This is a little bit shorter. This is more like a tall wagon, which is why I did air quotes earlier, but the space in this, especially the second row, which we'll get to shortly, massive.
It's massive. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking, like a Pilot, but it is shorter this way. Than a Pilot is.
The other two-row crossover is the Passport, which we've tested the outgoing model for 2026. It's getting updated, but we don't know much about that one just yet. But this is a nice, big, roomy two-row EV, the first EV from Honda that they did partner with General Motors to make.
And it's not a plug-in.
Well, it is.
Oh, well, yeah, it's all EV.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, it's not a hybrid.
Right.
Okay.
Full EV.
Full EV. I mean, you haven't made as big of a deal about plugging this guy in as you normally do, of course.
I haven't had to as much. It's got good range. I did road trip it to and from Dallas. Like I did one big loop, never stopped. Go check out my solo review to get the details on that. But it's been very comfortable. And that's really the only time I've had to charge it. We're just at 90% right now with 247 miles of range. We'll get to that later, but let's talk about the inside. What are your thoughts on the styling in here?
I like it. I like the different colors, the cream and the black. There's no, well, there's some gloss black. They decided to put gloss black right here where your buttons are.
Well, again, being
Optimal fingerprint.
A General Motors product, this is the same climate controls from Colorado, from Blazer EV. So we've seen this in a lot of GM products, but I don't like this gloss black because it's kind of overcast right now. I have gotten a lot of glare in my eyes driving.
Oh, really?
from this gloss black. So
And I can see fingerprints right there.
and
But there's not any right here.
yes,
No gloss black right here.
I like this.
I know you do.
What did you refer to this as earlier?
Your TV tray. You put your burger, your fries, you got your drink right here.
I mean, while you're sitting and charging, it is nice to have a nice flat spot. But you've got your phone in the phone charger right now, but I really liked it for being able to charge my phone and just leave it there. It's rubberized, which is really nice. It's a nice material. And I think it is a better solution than what Chevy did in their version of this vehicle with the awkwardly designed cover that does not close when your phone
charging.
So
yeah, I do like it.
I'm interested that you say that because you typically like coverable storage.
I do.
And this
would
exposed.
not, so that's the thing is like, this would not be something that you would want to put something on it that just stays there.
Right. Because it barely even has a
your
lip.
phone or whatever. I like your little warning here to not put your junk in there. But the thing that makes this okay is that you have this guy.
Yeah.
And it's massive.
Yes.
And not only that, you have the under storage too, which is easy to get things in and out of. The seats don't really cover it like some cars do.
Yeah.
So that's what makes this okay.
Yeah.
So you have to have the whole package. Like if this is the only storage spot, then yeah, that would get on my nerves, but it's not.
Then we have a damped glove box, no felt lining here, storage in the doors. So pretty good storage up here, really.
Yeah.
And you shocked me. I'm surprised you like that, especially after calling it the TV tray. But
I like TV trays.
But
I like to have a place to put my burger on the road.
Tucker, how's your space in the back seat back there?
It is great.
Great. I guess this is a good segue for what, T-Man?
Putting in my child safety seat.
And then we'll talk about storage in the way back. The back seat of the Honda Prologue is a very nice and spacious place to be. Tons of room behind myself where I've been riding. This is the same position that I drive in, so tons of room for me at 5'10" back here. Plenty of room, plenty comfortable seat here. Now we'll go ahead and say it does recline a skosh, just a little bit, but gives me a nice seating position in either format. Again, nice materials here on the door, but nothing too outstanding. I do have some storage down here, storage on the back of both the front seats, a little bit of storage on the back of the center console underneath the rear air vents, so I like that, and 2 USB-C ports down low on the center console. Big, wide, flat floor, and I can say you can fit 3 across, though this center seat is a little firmer. You sit a little lower and a little more upright, but it is still a comfortable seat, so you can absolutely get 3 adults in here, more so than you could in perhaps even the gas version of the Chevy Blazer, that mid-size crossover crowd. You also get fold down center armrest, which I like a whole lot. 2 cup holders in there, very nice. Coming out, the seat does fold mostly flat, and we have this little flap that keeps stuff from falling in between the seat back and seat bottom. No sliding seats in this one, but fairly nice and comfortable seats. I will say we do have hard plastic covers that stay attached. They just flip out of the way to expose those lower latch points. We'll go ahead and bring in Tucker's child safety seat. This is his Graco Extend-A-Fit that he rode in when he was rearward facing, and looky there, room to spare when I left my seat exactly where I was sitting. That's impressive. That is one of the benefits of getting an EV, because they can stretch the wheelbase and give you all the interior space that you need in a package exterior wise that is much smaller than a massive vehicle. I don't see that a lot in this size class where I don't have to move the seat at all, and I really don't see it where there's like an air gap between. Go ahead and drop that top tether back behind the seat. We'll put this in place. We'll go ahead and bring that to its more upright position, and we will attach Tucker's child safety seat. Lower latches are very easy because they are quite exposed, and then tightening the seat down, also very easy, very snug. Now, unfortunately, with no sliding seat, that means we have to go back to the back to put in that top tether. Coming to the back of the Honda Prologue, very unique styling, even for Honda, and especially that we don't get the Honda H, we get this new font back on the back, but it is a power lift gate. It's very easy to get back into the back, open it up, tons of cargo space, and we do have a false load floor with a little bit of additional storage where I guess the muffler would be. If this were a gas-powered car, you can see that is where we get our charge cable and some tools in case we need to do some work, but no spare tire on this one. And when it comes to putting in that top tether, it's a fairly short reach. Again, at 5'10", it's not a big struggle for me, and I'll have to tighten this up two-handed, but you can see even with it fully tight, as long as you're careful in how you do it, I don't think there's going to be any long-term damage to the seat back there because there is a nice firm corner. All the way around, a fairly solid entry into the cargo compartment here, and then yes, we have a button to electronically close it. This is how wide it opens against me at 5'10", but yeah, go ahead, bring it to a nice soft close. All right, so yes, Tucker's got so much room back there, and this would be a good new family vehicle because rearward facing car seats do not compromise my space up here. Like being an EV, they were able to push the wheels out and give all the space inside here.
Yeah.
So for an equally sized gas vehicle, tons more space on the inside. And then very good storage space back in the way back as well, with a little hidden storage underneath. A little less space than what's in the Chevy version.
Yeah.
But now that we're talking about the way back there, what is a problem that I'm sure you've already noticed with the rear hatch back there and can probably notice from your rear view mirror?
It's very small. It's a small window.
Of windows back there. It's
teeny tiny,
comically small, and would benefit greatly from a rear view camera mirror. If you don't have this mirror precise, you're looking at the back hatch or the roof or something.
Yeah, it's made even smaller by the headrest in the back seat. So.
And then it's got the smallest little wiper back there. Like it is, because it's not a big window. It's a little living space. But mostly really good space in here. What's the visibility like?
Well,
other than that,
the sides are really good, and then I like this big window that makes it feel like you're not all closed up and cramped.
Yep. So not claustrophobic in here whatsoever. No. Nice space, good visibility, good room for 5 adults in here because it is wide enough. That center seat sits down a little bit lower, so plenty of room. But why don't we talk a little bit about how this rides as we turn on the historic brick streets of downtown Tyler, Texas. Tucker, how is your wobbly head back there?
It's really, well, when we just got on, it was smooth, but really, now it's a little bumpy.
That was the biggest bump.
Yeah. I think it hides it really well.
Yeah, one of the great things about EVs is they're heavy, so it's about as heavy as that Tahoe in front of us, but all the weight is down low, so it rides nicer. And again, those wheels are stretched out, so it hides some of the bumps.
It had a rattle of it.
Yeah, it does a better job smoothing things out, even with 21-inch wheels with lower profile sidewall, less rubber. I think,
it's me.
Yeah,
it's me.
You've got.
I was like, there is something really wrong over here. It's the microphone.
Yeah, you've got your microphone in the door.
That's what it is.
But generally speaking, fairly good ride, and nice, calm complaint, right?
Yeah.
No complaints there.
Pretty smooth.
We've ridden around, done errands, run errands in this. It's been a comfortable vehicle. We like EVs because they make good luxury vehicles. This isn't a luxury vehicle, but it is
very
nice.
Smooth.
Very nice.
Smooth with driving.
Why don't we talk a little bit about power delivery? Because as an EV, this one is all-wheel drive. How has this been to drive around?
It's been easy to drive around. I mean, we've just been bopping in around town, so I can't really say for like freeway driving or anything like that. But for what we've needed, you have been doing freeway driving. It's really nice. And let me tell you what makes it fun driving this thing in this big fat steering wheel.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very nice.
Yeah, it's a big chubby little steering wheel.
It is a big chubby little steering wheel.
That is perhaps one of the best things from Chevrolet is that big sporty-like steering wheel in this.
Yeah.
But yes, good power, 288 horsepower, instantaneous torque, over 300 pound-feet of torque, and you just go.
You just go.
Which
yeah.
in
Which is
stopping-
what we like about EVs.
Yeah. And in stop-and-go traffic, that's what you want. You want it just to be able to go. You don't have to worry about a transmission trying to figure out, oh, do I go yet? Like,
Yeah. Go.
yeah, it's, you just
Go. You want to go and you just go.
Which is why we
It's
love them.
nice.
Yeah.
Now, we are stuck in a little bit of traffic. We're probably going to get stopped at this light, so we can talk about what is behind that chubby steering wheel.
Me?
Fold.
The other way?
All the screens in this. What are your thoughts on the screen layout and information back there?
Nah, I don't like screens, but it's fine.
But you don't really
Okay.
have to look at it because,
We do have a head-up display.
yes, this screen, look at what we have here. Apple CarPlay, which you cannot get in the Chevrolet version of this vehicle. The Blazer EV does not have Apple CarPlay. This is wireless.
Oh.
And
In
very nice.
2024,
Yes, Chevrolet has decided they want to keep it all in-house so they can get all your driving information to enhance the EV experience when recommending charging stations and stuff. That face right there. But we also have very good cameras in this from Chevrolet, yet another plus of the collaboration there, including our what I call garage cameras, because we have 2 single bay garage doors, except the Honda lawyers have kind of overridden this, and when the parking sensors notice, hey, you're getting close to something, it switches to the camera that it deems important. So unlike the last Chevy we had with these cameras, you can't pull into the garage with it. So
yeah. Oh,
But-
boo.
some other things I want to note about this one.
So it turns off like right when you need them.
it goes to the front-facing camera.
Okay.
Which is still fine. But I do want to talk about one thing while you're on the accelerator right here. This does have GM's regenerative braking with a push of a button right here.
Which I don't like.
We can slow down by taking your foot off the accelerator. There we go. I said it right. But there are 2 different modes here, including high, normal, and off. But I'll go ahead and just turn it off for you because I know you don't like it.
Yeah.
It's a little aggressive.
But even you said it is a little aggressive. Like
Yes.
I'm a pretty efficient driver regardless. So one pedal driving should be, what I don't like about one pedal driving is most cars, the braking is too aggressive. I just want to like coast
Yeah.
a little. And it does, and this one especially does not allow you to coast at all. You're either going, have your foot on the accelerator, or you're stopped.
Yeah, I like Hyundai's system. There are 4 different levels plus off. And I like that better. You can adjust it with paddles. You do have a paddle on the back of the left side of the steering wheel, which is like braking, like stepping on the brake, which also not great. But
Yeah, what if you accidentally hit that?
I mean, it's possible. I haven't. You have to like pull on it, and it's tiny. It's
This
possible.
right here?
Yes. Yeah. All right, you said you are an efficient driver. Again, I took this on a road trip. We have 248.3 miles on this one, and we're getting 2.4 miles per kilowatt. The EPA rates this at an estimated 2.7. So in our mix of driving with this, it's getting a little bit lower, but it does DC fast charge up to 300 kilowatt hours, so you can charge it up quickly if need be. At 100%, it's estimated at over 270 miles of range. It's good, not great. I would love to see that 100% range be over 300 miles, but
Yeah.
it's good, not great.
Good night, Ray.
And Honda will sell you a charger or give you charging credits when you buy these. These are also eligible for $7,500 EV tax credit if you buy one manufactured after February because of laws
Yeah.
and things.
Okay.
And Tucker, unfortunately, I cannot pass back to you the window sticker because it is digital and on.
We're not there yet. We didn't talk about the noise.
Oh, well, go ahead. Let's talk about the noise.
I feel like the EV fake noise is really loud in this one.
Yeah, which is something that the government has mandated, that vehicles make noise so that you can hear them. But
so you don't run over somebody, but this one feels a lot louder than...
Aggressively loud.
Aggressively loud.
Yes. But now as we're pulling into the school drop-off line for Zoo School today, we are about 20 minutes early. It'll allow us to stop and discuss the price range of this one. What do you feel this top trim Elite EV runs you?
57.
Yes, you're right. 59.
Yeah, just say I'm right. Just say you're right.
You're right. 59,295.
I need to hear it like longer than.
She is right.
Thank you.
59,295 MSRP on this one.
Yes.
Guys,
Before tax credits, which again you are eligible for if you get one manufactured after February. So you can take 75 off of that right at 50,000. All right, so now knowing the price, knowing that we've lived with it, that it's done fairly well, I was able to go to and from Dallas and still have enough range that I did not have range anxiety when I arrived home.
Yeah.
It is fast charging. What are your thoughts? Could this be our next vehicle?
Yeah, I mean, I like it.
Yeah?
I like it. I like the way it drives. It's big. If you're looking for something big that's not 3-row or feel like you're driving a tank.
Yeah.
I mean, I do kind of feel like I'm driving a big, it is a big car, but I don't feel like I'm driving a tank. If that makes sense.
There you go. If you want to see more from Holly, from Tucker, some behind the scenes stuff, go find her on Facebook and Instagram at Female Consumer. You can find all things GT Garage Talk at GT Garage Talk, Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok, Threads, YouTube, you name it, all at GT Garage Talk. Or you can go to gtgaragetalk.com, find links to everything, including our award-winning podcast. But as for us, as we're dropping Tucker off at school for the day, we live with these for real life, as your shirt says, vehicle reviews for real life. Until next time, gearheads. Bye.
bye.